College basketball. Today from Memphis, Tennessee, it's the Sooners of Oklahoma against the Memphis State Tigers. Today's game is brought to you by Sears, where you'll find great values. There's more for your life at Sears. By Chevrolet, official U.S. cars and trucks of the 14th Winter Olympic Games. By light beer from Miller, everything you've always wanted in a beer and less. And by Mr. Goodwrench and General Motors Parts. South Coliseum packed to capacity, over 11,000 fans here in Memphis to see the hometown Tigers host the Oklahoma Sooners from the Big 8. Oklahoma 16-2, the highest scoring team in college basketball against Memphis State, a team that has lost just 3 times this year, both clubs ranked in the top 20. Hello, everyone. Dick Enberg with Al McGuire. Welcome aboard. We have a treat for you today. Anytime we can talk about one All-American, it's exciting. But today, each team possesses an underclassman with that All-American status. Let's first talk about Oklahoma's Wayman Tisdale.
Wayman Tisdale, you get the ball in his hand down low, it's an automatic 2. He likes to face the basket on the turn. Also, his first step, Dick, is like a blur. It's very hard to capture it.
He is 6'9", Tisdale averaging over 30 points a game, scored 61 earlier this year. He's second in the nation in scoring, 12th in rebounding. Now, Memphis State will counter with a man who doesn't have those impressive statistics, but certainly is a very impressive player, Keith Lee.
Well, what Keith Lee does, he does it the opposite way. He's more of a finesse player than a physical player. He likes to hum up and down the court. He's been in the scoring drought, but for these girls here, I think he'll drop out today.
One of the things that we should talk about is we're surrounded in this sea of red and white. The scoring of the team that wins today. We figured to have a run-and-shoot game. There shouldn't be any slowdown. How many points for the winner today?
I think if Oklahoma's leading, they'll get to 100 points. If Memphis State is leading, they might settle back into zones. But let's look for the computer game today, Dick. It's real excitement. This is college basketball.
Well, Al always said, always start a show with something that quivers. We'll be right back with the introduction of the starting lineups. Memphis State and Oklahoma right after these words.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the starting lineups for this afternoon's game. First for the Oklahoma Sooners. At forward, 6'8" freshman from Kansas City, Kansas, number 55, David Johnson. At forward, 6'6" senior from Chicago, Illinois, number 33, Calvin Pierce.
That was a low foul.
At center, 6'9" sophomore from Tulsa, Oklahoma, number 23, Wayman Tisdale.
Something new out of Oklahoma there, Dick.
At guard, 6'3" freshman from Gary, Indiana,
Here's
number
a kid
32,
that has been
Tim
hidden in Tisdale's success. McAllister, he's averaging 18 a game.
At guard, 6'1" senior from Washington, D.C., number 11, Jan Fennell. And the coach of the Sooners, Billy Tubbs.
Billy Tubbs, a native of Tulsa, lucky to be alive. He was struck by an automobile last year at this time while jogging. He's got himself a great club, 16-2, and now here come the Tigers.
Arkansas, number 24, Keith Lee. At forward, 6'5" senior from Grand Junction, Tennessee, number 22, Bobby Park. At center, 6'9" senior from St. Louis, Missouri, number 35, Derek Phillips.
He's the man that will have to stop Tisdale.
From Memphis,
Probably will foul out.
And at guard, 5'10" sophomore from Memphis, number 10, Andre Turner. And the coach of the Tigers, Dana Kirk.
Head coach Dana Kirk, a graduate of Marshall University. Like his counterpart Tubbs, 48 years of age. His team has not lost in 1984. They've won all 6 games of this new year. We're set for the opening tip-off. It should be a high-scoring affair. Oklahoma and Memphis State. with freshmen David Johnson, Tim McAllister, Calvin Pierce is a senior, as is Jan Pinnell, Wayman Tisdale, the All-American sophomore. Keith Lee, a junior, senior Bobby Parks. It's the same team that started for them last year. Derek Phillips, Phil Haynes, Doom Haynes, and Andre Turner, the flashy, speedy little backcourt, little general, they call him. Sooners in red, Memphis State in white. Lee against Tisdale, and we're underway. Tigers with the ball, and Turner. It's in the air in a hurry. Lee misses the tip. Lee again. That's something that Dana Kirk said that his team must do today. Rebound better, both ends.
Very surprising, a 1-2-2 zone.
Lee loses the ball. Pierce brings it down. This is McAllister, the freshman. That's about how many times they'll pass. The Sooners pass about twice and shoot. It figures to go end to end unless Memphis State elects to slow it down. And that's something they have complained about when the opposition has played deliberately. Keith Lee gives Memphis the first points of the game.
No 4 points today, Dick.
Pinnell all the way to the iron, loses the ball, and it comes back out to Pinnell. Pierce. Rebound, Lee, foul on Johnson of Oklahoma. Look at Lee, he's really fired up. Lee canning that 20-foot jumper. He likes outside facing the basket rather than posting up inside. He's truly a forward.
Never seen him so much emotion in the early part of the game.
Doom Haynes. Rebound, Tisdale, and the foul is on Haynes of Memphis State. His first. Got that nickname Doom, as most of you know, as a youngster playing sandlot football. You were doomed if you tried to stop him.
Derek Phillips facing Tisdale.
Johnson, the freshman from Kansas City, can't hit. Lee to Turner. Here come the Tigers, leading 2-0. Oh, what a pass! Bobby Parks had the decision of using the board or not, and seemed to get caught in between.
Let's get it into Tisdale.
Pierce blocked, and a foul on Parks of Memphis State.
And these guys forget who they brought to the dance.
Tisdale hasn't had a shot yet.
Well, they are overplaying them. Derek Phillips playing in front of him, and they're drifting off the weak side, so two men have him when he gets the ball.
Calvin Pierce, 6'6" senior from Chicago. He said, Mama's having a house party and watching the game today there in the Windy City.
They went to junior college first.
This is not a good free throw shooting team, Oklahoma. They're hitting only 63% as a team, so Billy Tubbs, their coach, says, we can't afford to get into a delay game. They foul us, and that just isn't our game. We don't shoot well from the line. 1-2 for Pierce. It's 2-1 Memphis State. Lee with 3 rebounds already. Phillips got that one.
Still in a 1-2-2 or 3-2 zone.
Outside Turner. Andre Turner makes it 4-1. 2 minutes gone.
Watch how much they're trying to front Wayman. Now he has it. It should be 2 points.
And loses it out of bounds. So the first time they get the ball to Tisdale, in his eagerness to get in position to shoot, loses it out of bounds. Lowest Tisdale has scored in his 2 years at Oklahoma, 14. He's been over 30 19 times. This is Parks. Rebound McAllister, wide open down court is Pierce. Turner back to pick it up, and a turnover.
Still sloppy. Oklahoma has to settle down.
4-1. The Tigers leading the Sooners.
Early in the season, I picked Memphis Tigers to be number 2 in the country. I picked North Carolina number 3, and Kentucky number 1.
Turner again. Tisdale with a beautiful rebound. This is Pinnell. McAllister inside to Pierce. Good fake by Pierce and a foul. It was both Parks and Haynes were there. Haynes gets gets his second. That's Parks. And Pierce is back at the line. He has the only point for Oklahoma.
Well, he's a streaky inside player. He's out of Inglewood High School in Chicago.
4-2, Memphis State. Quiet now, but soon the distractions again from that super body at the far end.
There goes the blue Atlantic Ocean back there.
So 3 out of 4 for Pierce, and Memphis State leading by 1. Inside to Bobby Parks. Oklahoma using a zone throughout most of the year. Rarely will go to a man-to-man.
I'm really surprised that Oklahoma started in this 3-2 zone. It hasn't hurt them.
What did Tubbs say yesterday? That's Derek Phillips, who rarely scores. He's their defensive player and rebounder, but he gets his first bucket, and it's a 6-3 lead. Oklahoma without a field goal in 3.5 minutes. This is Johnson, the freshman, blocked by Lee. Here comes Parks, 3-on-2. Turner.
Nice move by Turner.
No basket, no basket. Charging the call against Turner.
Well, Turner was shaking bacon going down there, waiting for the wings to clear. He penetrated too far over the foul line, which created the charge. Here's the inside play before that. Phillips scoring. Phillips does not have good hands.
6-3, nearly 4 minutes gone. Oklahoma, the top scoring team in the nation, without a field goal so far. There, they get it into Tisdale. His first shot off the board and a foul. Pushing off. Parks, I believe. His second. So Haynes and Parks, the starting forwards for Memphis State, saddled with 2 quick fouls each.
They got a long bench in Memphis State. That'd be a problem if it happened to Oklahoma. 2-3 zone, Memphis State out of bounds.
Here's knocked out of bounds by Parks.
Waiting for Tisdale to break out.
Now, Tisdale's had only 1 shot opportunity. Oklahoma's only points on free throws, and Memphis State enjoys an early 3-point lead. Timeout with 4 minutes gone. Oklahoma still without a basket as Pinnell misses. Here come the Tigers. And a foul on Pinnell. Non-shooting. It's his first. Washington, D.C., McKinley High School, Pinnell. It's truly a national team, this Oklahoma club. One from Oklahoma, Washington, D.C., Chicago, Gary, Indiana, and Kansas City, the starting 5. Bobby Parks, short. Johnson with a rebound. Pinnell off to McAllister, the freshman from Gary. Can't hit. Ooh, good rebound by McAllister. Takes it back up and hits. There's the first hoop. It comes at the 15-21 mark.
He threw that last shot rather than shooting it. Went off the backboard. They needed that basket.
Memphis State leading 6-5. Bobby Parks from 16. 8-5. Parks has his first bucket. McAllister, he's short. Oh, what a rebound by Tisdale, and he scores. Oh, my, did he get up over the crowd.
Plays soft at the beginning. Takes a little while before he steams up. Nice pass.
Lee over Tisdale. There's the matchup, and Keith Lee has 4.
Excellent pass by Doom Haynes. Memphis State's playing man-to-man.
You see Haynes playing off his man to help out on Tisdale.
Tisdale's free now. Bad pass.
Here comes Turner. Parks over McAllister. And a foul. Let's go back to Wayman Tisdale's first basket.
Watch the rebound. He's up so quick. Cuffs the ball, simply turns around and squares up. Automatic 2. Down the other end, Keith Lee is really starting to score. He's been in the drought the last couple of games. That makes 4 points. That's all he scored both the last 2 games.
Here comes Sean Clark, listed at 6'3", a fantastic leaper. He is in contest among the teammates, has leaped as high as Tisdale, 11'9" on the glass. That's almost to the top of the board. Keith Lee, 5 points. Check that, Parks rather. Parks converts both free throws, and that's the biggest lead of the game. 5 for Memphis State. Comes with 6 minutes play.
2-2-1 zone pressure. Keith Lee playing the one-man zone in the back. Move up to your defensive man. Now kicking in. That's all she wrote.
McAllister beating Tisdale, and Johnson with a follow. The freshman, David Johnson. He's built like Tisdale, isn't he?
What's his weight, Dick?
They list him at 230.
Back up there, very simply lays it back in, kind of dances around.
He converts the three-point play, his first points of the game, and it's a 2-point Memphis State lead. 12-10, just under 14 minutes to play in the first half.
Surprise of the game is the zone that Oklahoma's playing. Memphis State's had trouble against zones all year.
Haynes can't hit. Out it comes to Pennell.
Lead him, lead him.
Tisdale tried to pass back as he was in midair, but lost the ball. That's twice for him. Turnovers.
Up comes the little general. This is the glue on the team. He runs the show. I think Memphis goes the way he goes. He's content just to shake and bake, score a couple of points, and dish it off like that. They're a tough ball club. They got a chance to get to Seattle.
Lee inside. Oh, he misses the dunk. And Turner fouled before the shot by McAllister of Oklahoma. That'll be his second.
Watch Keith Lee this time. He just doesn't get up high enough. It's a missed dunk, which is rare for a guy 6'8", 6'9".
Lee gets that one. He has 6, and it's a 14-10 Memphis lead.
Gets the pressure up court again. Get someone in the middle, Oklahoma.
Was it touched by Turner? Officials say no.
Good call. Excellent call. Guy did not touch it. Billy Tuff is working the official on his end. I think Oklahoma might be uncomfortable playing this 3-2 zone. It breaks up their rhythm. They're a team that wants to go up and down.
Turner, great pass, but Tisdale deflected it, and here comes Oklahoma, trailing by 4. Pennell looking for Tisdale. There he is. Over Phillips. Not even close. Johnson rebounds. And we have dual possession.
The ball is the zone inside. Keith gets inside with the steal. Wayman touched the ball on the play.
Pennell inbounding the ball.
Memphis went to the zone just now. 2-3 for the first time today outside the out-of-bounds play.
McAllister will pump and hit. The freshman cuts the lead to 2. 2 points for him.
You know, it seems like Memphis State's leading by about 10. They're only leading by 2. Back to the zone again, 3-2. Clark should take it from there. Get it back on the national parks again.
3 men on the court for Memphis State are in the top 10 all-time in Memphis State scoring. Lee, Parks with the ball now, and Haynes, all over 1,000 points in their careers here with the Tigers. This is really perhaps the best team Memphis State has had since they were in the national championship game against UCLA when Gene Bartow was the head man back in 1973. Timeout, 11:48 remaining in the first half. 2-point Tiger lead. In the scene, Memphis State and Oklahoma as the Metro Conference matched up against the Big 8. Tomorrow, it'll be the Southeastern Conference against the Atlantic Coast as we see LSU at North Carolina and Chapel Hill. Look forward to visiting with you then. And don't forget, here on NBC, those of you on the West Coast, we have basketball for you later this afternoon after the 3rd round of the Golf Classic. Oregon State and California for you Pac-10 fans. Baskerville Holmes, number 43 in the game for the first time for Memphis State. He has replaced Haynes. No, check that. Parks. Lee. Oh, he was trying to catch the ball, and it went in.
You have days like that. There's that pressure. You got to be a little bit more patient against Oklahoma.
8 points for Lee. Manel to McAllister. Tipped by Tisdale. What body control. He's a huge young man.
Moves better against his own than he does against man-to-man so far this game.
16-14. We're about to see William Bedford, the 7-foot freshman. Lee can't hit. Tisdale with another board. Here come the Sooners on the break. Sean Clark to Pennell. Now Tisdale gets down for Clark. Not there. Rebound. Derrick. Turner, Haynes, Lee, Phillips, and Holmes now on the court for Memphis State.
Corners are open.
That's Phillips. Oh, rejected by Tisdale, and then he saves. An acrobatic play for the 6'9", 240-pound Tisdale. Looking for a tying basket, Oklahoma. Tisdale can't get it. Lee with the rebound, and Holmes, and traveling against Holmes.
Baskerville Holmes, that's a good call. Watch the block down the other end here. Tisdale comes right up on him from the inside. Now watch him follow the ball. See, that's his biggest asset. Even after he shoots, he follows the shot so quickly.
Tisdale is 2 for 6 from the floor shooting. Inside to Tisdale. He's got it, and the game is tied. A chance for the three-point play. He's almost impossible in there, isn't he, Al?
Well, he put up with left hand. I thought he cleared out with his right hand. Going up there, his right arm. He cleared out. Watch this. Now watch what he does with his right hand here. Right arm. See him kind of clear out a little bit? Not too much that time. But he has the enthusiasm. Yeah, got it.
He has the same face, that smile that Magic Johnson. I mean, you have to like Tisdale. He just is such a delightful young man.
Well, I had a chance to visit with him in Norman, Oklahoma about 6 weeks ago.
We're going to see the results of that at halftime today. You'll get to see the other side of Wayman Tisdale and his brother William, who's also on this team. 16 all. Doom Haynes. He hits more bank shots than Willie Moscone. He loves the glass. 18-16.
Settling down now. They're starting to kick the ball inside. Move up to your defensive man, McAllister. If not, shoot it. Absolutely right.
Tied it up. McAllister now has 6.
You notice then Doom Haynes wouldn't come out, so McAllister took the outside shot. If Haynes come out, he'd kick it into Wayman.
Yeah, Oklahoma lost 4 starters from last year. It's a remarkable comeback for Tubbs' team using these talented freshmen. Lee follows his own shot. Keith Lee. 10 points for him, plus 8 rebounds.
Nice soft pressure up court. Bedford now is on Wayman Tisdale, a freshman.
Game has been tied twice. Oklahoma's never led. Johnson scores, but no basket. He charged.
Absolutely right. Not allowed. The defensive man is allowed to have his position. Here's Keith Lee down the other end. He misses this shot, then comes around, follows his ball, and dunks.
20-18.
There's another angle of it. Very quick. He's truly a forward, not a center. He likes to play facing the basket like that. Doom Haynes has the shot to kick it right there. Give it to Haynes.
Bedford in the game, the lanky freshman, number 50. And a foul against whom? Lee. He came out appealing. That's his second.
Yeah, Lee knew it.
That's the 6th team foul. Or is it the 7th? Tisdale lining up as if he's going to shoot the free throw.
It was kind of a half foul. Looks like he might have touched from the back. No, he doesn't. This one happens a lot. See, with Keith Lee, he doesn't use his body on defense. A lot of times he's so out in the open, they call fouls on him.
Tisdale, not a good free throw shooter. This is the 1-and-1. 20-18, Memphis State.
Where usually a big man on leaning against each other, and the fouls aren't called because they're constantly leaning against each other. Give it to Doom Haynes out there.
Tisdale with another block, his second.
There's an opening each side of the bow, that bubble right there above the foul line on his 3-2 zone. Number 32, which is, oh boy.
Holmes can't hit. Rebound to Johnson.
He had no shot. What are you shooting for?
Oklahoma looking for a tying basket. It's to Tisdale. Not there. Rebound Lee, and Keith Lee has been wiping the glass. That's 9 for him in the first half. Inside, Bedford loses it, but it goes to Baskerville Holmes. Rebound lost by Tisdale. Haynes can't hit. Lee gets it.
They're controlling the boards.
And Lee loses it out of bounds to Oklahoma. Oh, no, they say it touched the foot.
Lee wants out, Dick. He's tired. It did. I thought it touched the foot of Lee. And I thought that ball should have went to Oklahoma rather than to Memphis State.
7 minutes and 40 seconds left in the first half. Memphis State leads by 2. Stay with us. Sometime in the second half, we'll have our most valuable player. Here's that last play, Keith Lee.
I thought Keith Lee was the last person to touch the ball, and from the replay, it looks like it, but it was way down low. I don't want to pick on the Zebras. He's quite tired. He asked to be taken out. He was really humming up and down the court. He was Windexing the boards. Also, how many points did he have, Dick?
10 points, 11 rebounds in this first half for Keith Lee. Lee's all-time high in his 3 years here, 18 rebounds, so he's well ahead of that pace. Georgetown continues to roll, a victory against the Panthers by 11 today. Georgia Tech gave Carolina a brief scare, but the Tar Heels remain unbeaten, winning at home by 12. At Tech Club, young and really improving with each game.
There's the open shot.
Turner up the alley. Threw it up. And Holmes misses. McAllister loses the ball. Phillips. And a foul. Baskerville Holmes of Memphis State. That'll send Sean Clark to the other end for Oklahoma.
He's a quite active player, Baskerville Holmes. He tries to force the ball in too quickly. A little bit more patience will come with age.
You saw earlier here on NBC Notre Dame. It's a big win at home against a good Maryland team.
Might be Digger's best win in the last 2 years. The rhythm's coming back. He's got some nice ball players. He had a good recruiting year this year. So look for the green. Notre Dame coming back.
Sean Clark.
I don't mean this year, Dick. Next year.
20-19. So Clark with a chance to tie the game. There Tisdale is. He loses it. And out of the scramble, Derek Phillips.
Smart. Get the ball into the quarterback's hands.
Keith Lee resting on the Memphis State bench. Doom Haynes off the glass.
Yes, a split in that zone right there. All night long, Doom Haynes can put the ball up.
And a foul on Holmes.
Give credit to McAllister on that. That was just, he had him on his hip and kept him there till the ref blew the whistle. Watch this now. Catch Baskerville on his hip here. Now keep him there long enough that the ref had to finally blow the whistle.
At the line is McAllister, described as another Quinn Buckner with perhaps a better shooting touch.
He has a ticket to start in this young guy. In Indiana, they rate him right along with Blackman that went to Kentucky. He's out of Gary, Indiana.
Went to Westside High School there. Looking for his 8th point. 22-21 Memphis State. We have 6:45 remaining in the first half. Mid-South Coliseum along the Mississippi. Sold out, 11,000 plus. And a foul as Haynes takes his jumper. Pennell with a foul, his first. It's not on Clark. Make that second on Pennell. Dana Kirk. 5 years head coach at Virginia Commonwealth, 5 years at Tampa, 5 years as an assistant at Louisville, and this is his 5th year at Memphis State.
Maybe it's time to draw his guns again. I asked him that yesterday. He said, well, I get a little nervous after 5 years. he might be looking for a raise.
5 points now for Philippines.
See, I don't see any weak spots in Memphis State's team. That's why I picked them so high. If there is a weak spot, they're kind of soft on the offensive board. The other team gets a second shot, which Oklahoma has not been doing.
24-21. Now they've changed. The foul was not on Pennell, was on Clark. So Clark has his first. Pennell has only one. Get that correction. Public address announcer did ticket Pennell initially.
Well, these two coaches put me to sleep yesterday. They gave me all this thing about up and down, this and that. We don't play zone. They both play zone all game.
6'8" freshman Johnson hits the jumper.
Yeah, he knows how to play off Wayman Tisdale. He's had some games where he's got up even 20 points, hasn't he?
Yeah, he scored 24 in the win against Oklahoma State earlier this week. That was that 115-100 game.
Big D.
Boy, you'd have been in the hospital if you'd watched a game like that as a coach. Oklahoma has not led in this first half, but trail only one with this possession. McAllister gets the lead for the Sooners. 25-24. He has 10 points to lead Oklahoma.
Give Wayman Tisdale credit for a lot of these baskets because they're all sloughing back around him.
Derek Phillips. And a foul on Tisdale. Keith Lee ready to come back. Tisdale has his first foul.
Memphis State's just getting too many shots. They should be further ahead than this. Matter of fact, they're not ahead. They're down by 1 point. Excuse me.
Into the game for the first time, number 14, John Albright from Memphis State. He came in for Turner and point guard. Here's Phillips.
Throws a brick up there. Come on, get that shot a little bit higher. Relax. Derek, relax now. You can do no worse than miss. Always remember that, so do it right.
Tisdale gets the rebound. Oklahoma, with 2 misses by Phillips, maintains the 1-point lead. Into Johnson. Didn't waste any time getting it up. And Phillips has the missed shot. Here comes Albright. Who migrated here from Greensboro, North Carolina.
He has a lot of courage in taking charges. The coach said he'll step in front of the mat truck.
Ames puts it in, and Memphis State takes a 26-25 lead. Less than 5 minutes left in the half.
See how they're all down around Tisdale. You can have all you want from outside. Ready to eat.
Tisdale gets the missed shot, and he's hammered inside.
See, Tisdale's such a space eater, and he throws those arms and legs every different way, so he takes about 3 or 4 feet around him. Watch him when he gets inside. McAllister, no one playing him. The shot doesn't go in. Now watch when he gets the rebound. Now watch him start kind of throwing his body all over the place. He does a disco up there in the air. And he's quite an actor, I believe, too.
First foul on Phillips. Tisdale missed his only free throw chance. And misses again. Needs this one to tie. Looking for his 7th point. He's averaging over 30 on the season. Second in the nation to Devin Durant of BYU.
Well, foul shooting is concentration. You got to concentrate. I didn't like the way they practiced their foul shooting yesterday. They all got on the line at once. They were shooting from different angles.
So Tisdale is 0 for 4 free throw shooting. And Memphis State with a 26-25 lead brings it into the forecourt. Keith Lee. 28-25. Lee with a dozen to lead all scores.
Put the ball in the middle. Now they'll settle back to a pocket zone. There's the 2-3 pocket zone all around Wayman.
Sean Clark from downtown. 28-27. 3 points for him.
No choice. They got to take that shot from outside. Doom, put it up again out there.
Inside to Bedford, dishing off to Parks. He got himself trapped, but a great pass to Lee. That was Johnson flipping it out. Haynes scores.
Willie Moscone's right, Dick. It was a good line. Everything is off the cushion.
10 points for Haynes. A 3-point Memphis State lead. Oklahoma with the ball, 3.5 minutes remaining before the intermission. Wayman Tisdale and his brother William will be the guests at halftime. McAllister with a second chance. Oh, in heavy traffic.
Yeah, he's going to be someplace. He's a player right now. Freshman, outstanding. How did he ever get out of the Midwest? All those dynamite schools right in that area. Notre Dame, Indiana, Purdue, DePaul.
William Bedford, he has his first points. The lanky freshman 7-footer from Memphis makes it 32-29.
Bedford just became eligible to play on December 16th.
McAllister has been in double figures every game. He started all 19 games as a freshman, and now it's Pennell hammering in a 22-footer, his first bucket. 32-31, Memphis State. 2:45 left in the half.
1-2-2 zone, 3-2, whatever you want to call it. The wings are open, and right there is open. Right check.
Haynes.
Off the glass. Off the window. All right, now watch this, gang. Watch where Memphis State drops back in their zone. Once the ball comes over, they go back very tight. They're letting them have the outside shot. Give credit for all these shots to Wayman Tisdale. Good shot.
See, Pennell hits from outside as you saw the crowd drawn around Tisdale.
All right, it's not working. It is working. They got a 1-point lead. I don't know if Kirk is happy with a 1-point lead, then they'll stay with that tight zone. Oh, did these two coaches put me to sleep yesterday? Oh, both of them. What lines they gave you?
Foul on Tisdale, his second. He has fouled out 4 times this year.
Well, normally the only time Oklahoma goes to the zone is when Tisdale gets in foul trouble. But the book on Memphis State is they're kind of soft from outside shooting and stop their inside game.
He's Lee's first free throw, Al, and he's looking for his 13th point.
Fine young guy. He's a very, very bashful, shy young guy. And I think he wants to make the Olympics next year. He did not make the Pan Am team.
Maybe one of the better free throw shooters among the nation's big men. And the crowd on its feet saluting Memphis State's 3-point lead, 36-33, 2 minutes left in the half. Across the DeSoto Bridge into Memphis, Tennessee, spanning the Mississippi. It was over that bridge that Keith Lee made the short migration here to Memphis State. They had him all wrapped up at Arkansas State, and then Arkansas got in the picture and didn't like it. The little feud started. He said, well, I'm going to settle the argument. I'll just go close to home to Memphis State. Oklahoma shooting 33%, Memphis State only 40% from the floor, and yet we still have a 36-33 game. It looks as if the team in the lead at the half will have at least 40.
Going to man-to-man for the first time. Not a token man-to-man. I don't want to leave underneath. They got the big man on Wayman, 7 feet. Bedford. Now Wayman's the foul line.
Now he works slow along the lane.
They're trying to adjust to the man-to-man defense. The first time they faced it, they should be able to kick the ball into Wayman right now.
Yeah, Bedford fronting him and doing a good job.
Yeah, but see, National Parks will drift off the weak side, Bobby Parks. Bring the ball around this side, gang. There you are. Ooh, almost.
Lee was the one who got a hand in the way on that last pass.
All right. Parnell, bring it down to the left hand. You got it.
From overhead, Tisdale is on the right. Now into the lane is Tisdale. Now back out. Tisdale on the right of your picture side of the lane.
See how he's fronting them?
Got to move a little more than that, don't you, Coach?
Well, they're moving the ball around. They want the ball to come around to him. Now he should turn around. Now the man gets in front of him. Now Keith Lee's on the weak side of him. See Keith Lee on the other side there? They're forcing Keith out. Now he's open. Kick the ball in there now. McAllister, look underneath.
Oklahoma with the ball a minute and a half without shooting. That may be a record for Billy Tubbs' team.
Now see the two big men won't come out. Keith Lee's with him. Bedford's with him. They're leaving Johnson stay outside. See Johnson all by himself on this side.
I don't think this was Tubbs' plan to take the final shot with 2 minutes to go, do you? 10 seconds remaining, 9. Pennell with 7.
They're back in the 2-3 zone.
4 seconds, and McAllister hits 2 seconds. 1. And the end of the first half. Well, it wasn't as high scoring as we thought, but certainly highly competitive at the intermission. Billy Tubbs visiting Sooners, trailing Dana Kirk's Memphis State Tigers 36-35. Don't forget Wayman Tisdale. Get a chance to meet him coming up. At the Mid-South Coliseum, where Memphis State leads Oklahoma 36-35 at halftime. The individual scoring, the freshman McAllister for the Sooners with 14. Wayman Tisdale, the All-American, 6 points for Tisdale. He's on a run of 30-point games, and the lowest ever was 14. So Memphis State has done a good job defending the 6'9" giant. For Memphis State, Keith Lee, who has been in a slump, 4 points in each of his last 2 games, has 14 in the first half, plus in double figures in rebounds. And Haynes, using that backboard, he likes the glass, has a dozen.
Parks seems to have some problems, Dick, since he hurt his knee last summer. He seems to be slow getting out of the gate. I hope it comes around, because he's been a credit to college basketball, and in his senior year, he'd like nothing better than to take his team to Seattle.
Rebounds, Keith Lee had 12 in the first half. He is on a career high pace. Tisdale with 9. Tisdale is averaging over 11 per game. That's 12th best in the nation. Had 9 in the first half. Well, what do you think is going to happen here in the second half? Will we see more run and shoot?
I think you will see more run and shoot, because I think that Memphis State's bench is longer, and I feel that eventually, if the zone doesn't prove to move them up more points, they only got a 1-point lead at the present time with the zone, that they want to get more of a lead, and I think they can do it with a man-to-man. The ball goes to Memphis State. All
right, let's reintroduce the lineup. Bobby Parks will inbound the ball. Andre Turner is the point guard with Haynes. Bedford, the freshman, starts the second half along with Keith Lee. For Oklahoma, the same team that started the game: Tisdale, Pennell, McAllister, Pierce, and Johnson. Haynes not there. Rebound to you-know-who. 10 now for Tisdale. Oklahoma led a couple of times in the first half, both by only 1 point, both times. Memphis State's largest lead was 12-7.
He's absolutely free, Dick. Excuse me.
McAllister can't hit, however. And a foul on Pierce, number 33 of Oklahoma.
If McAllister can take a little bit more time, because Parks will not come out on him. They want to put 2 men on Tisdale. So Memphis State has started in a man-to-man double team in Tisdale down low, and Oklahoma State in a 1-2 or 3-2 zone. There's the zone, which allowed number 32 to take all the shots he wants to take. Dune Haynes.
Turner. Not there. Tisdale deflects it and controls. 11 boards now for Tisdale. Don't forget, coming up next, the third-round coverage of the Andy Williams San Diego Open from La Jolla, California. And then for you on the West Coast, college basketball, Oregon State and California.
That foul that time was on McAllister.
His third. 36-35, Memphis State.
Turner kind of soft in that zone.
McAllister deflected the pass, and Pierce intercepts. So the defensive play by the freshman McAllister. He's with the ball now. Now Pennell, senior from Washington, D.C., their quarterback. McAllister can't hit. Rebound Haynes. They break out 4-on-2. Beautiful pass to Turner.
The floor.
Haynes with an excellent feed. It took Oklahoma 4 minutes to score their first field goal in the first half, and they come out cold in the second half. No field goals in the first 2 minutes.
Here comes that fast break, and there's the bounce pass. It's almost stolen. Excellent bounce pass. Don't ever throw a bounce pass too close to the guy's feet. See, he threw it far enough out that the ball was coming up, and the little general just laid it up.
The foul was on Keith Lee, so the All-American from Memphis State has his third foul.
And again, they're all tickle fouls. If you watch, we get a replay on some of these things with him, is that he stands his ground and he's supposed to have lateral movement or up to the ceiling. And it looked like to me, like Pierce came into him.
Pierce looking for his 6th point of the game. And it's 38-37 Memphis State. 2 minutes gone. Inside to Bedford. Way off the glass and climbing high in McAllister, the 6'3" guard.
Now pay attention to the crowd around Tisdale. They're waiting for the ball to get around to that side. Now there's 2 men on Tisdale right now. See, Bobby Parks would not go across the baseline with McAllister.
Dana Kirk has an excellent record here at Memphis State in his 5 years. And Turner with intercepts and then deflects. This is Parks and Turner. Beautiful Bedford.
That might be one of the best plays in college basketball.
And that brings the crowd to its feet. Inside, can't hit, was fouled by Bedford. Well, it was Turner, the guard, who made the defensive play.
The key when he threw it off. Now Parks kicks it back to Turner here, and Turner just kind of backhands it into Bedford, and there's a dunk. But the key of the play, here's another angle. Here comes the dunk in motion from a freshman that will be heard of for the next 4 years.
The key, though, was Turner not only stole the ball, but then had the great assist.
Let me see if I can pick a floor out in Wayman's foul shot.
He was 0 for 4 free throw shooting in the first half, and on the season, Tisdale is shooting under 60%. He should be much better.
Shooting 59.2. 84 out of 142. Little jerky at the top. Now he should get off the line. He missed that one.
He's 0 for 5.
All right, keep it solid this time. Let's look at it. Oh, put the side of it.
0 for 6, and Parks gets the... No, it's Lee with the rebound. 40-37. Lee over Tisdale. Hit by Bedford. Controlled by Johnson, the freshman, Kansas City. Went to the same high school that produced Lucius Allen, the All-American at UCLA a few years back. Johnson from way outside. Tisdale can't control, but underneath, number 33, Calvin Pierce gets the hoop. He now has 7.
It just seems to me, and I said it the first half, it looks like Memphis State's leading by 12, 14 points. Look up at the scoreboard, and the score is 40-39.
Oklahoma averaging nearly 93 points a game, best in the nation, but held down so far. Haynes hits. He has 14. Johnson, Pierce, Cannell looking for Tisdale. McAllister forces that one. Rebound to Haynes. All the way.
I left the ground too soon, Dick. You should have taken one more dribble or pull up, and it would have been an automatic 2 points.
Cannell recovered for Oklahoma. The Sooners trail by 3. Down deep is Pierce. Blocked by Lee. Here comes Turner. 3 on 2.
Parks is free. There it is. Nice pass.
Parks. Tisdale. His pass deflected out of bounds. It'll be Oklahoma's ball. But Tisdale with another rebound, so he has a dozen. Timeout with 15:27 remaining in the second half. The Tigers 42, the Sooners 39. Situation, as you can see, bottom left, Keith Lee, the only man with 3 fouls for the Tigers. McAllister on the other side, the only Sooner with 3, the guard for Oklahoma. 42-39 the score. Memphis State, their pep squad and cheerleaders are just superb. They highly entertaining at halftime. Part of the old cliche color and pageantry of boys. It's true here in Memphis.
A little more pressure up court this time.
Pierce helping out to forward Johnson.
2 men staying back there. Keith Lee will not come out. Grafton will stay back there with Tisdale. Johnson, you can take the shot if you want. There it is.
Off the fingertips, but saved by McAllister inside. And a foul. Tisdale trying to work against Lee. Oh, they are doing a good job of defending him. He has to become, don't you think, a little more active without the ball?
Yeah, he has to move more without the ball, but that whatever system they have, I don't think they're used to facing this much of a combination on them. The outside shooters got to take the shot and take their time because they won't come out and play it.
Bobby Parks picked up his 3rd foul, trying to stop Tisdale. 3-point game, 42-39. 5 minutes gone in the 2nd half.
See them all around Tisdale. And now take the shot from out there.
Tisdale trying to get open, being boxed in. Bedford and Lee doing a good job on him. Watch away from the ball. Watch Tisdale try to get open. There he is on the near side of the lane, the weak side. Pinnell can't hit. Out it comes to Turner of Memphis State.
One thing about college basketball, if you want to stop one player and set up the right defense, you can always stop him. Then the other 4 are free.
Bedford tipped in by Lee. It counts.
I don't think that should have counted. I think Lee put his hand inside the cylinder of the basket. That's what Coach is up about, Coach Tubbs.
16 points for Lee. Top scorer in the game. Here's to Johnson. Inside. And Bedford gets the foul.
Watch Lee now. Let's see if he puts his hand inside that cylinder. Yeah, it looks like it. That shouldn't have counted. Judgment call. Memphis State has no problem committing fouls because Derek Phillips is still on the bench. So they can put about 11, 12 fouls on Tisdale.
Bedford has his 3rd. Oklahoma can't get it into Tisdale. Boy, just fought his way through that time. McAllister hits. He has been their scorer, 16 for McAllister, and the fans are angry. They think that Tisdale is pushing to get position.
Well, I think Tisdale realized the clock is ticking down and we're playing to a national audience, and it's time, prime time, showtime. Lee!
46-41 Memphis State, Lee with 18.
All right, let's watch the bumping underneath with Tisdale this time. Bradford, and then he went into Keith Lee.
Johnson misses, and Turner comes out. The Tigers on the run.
Nice move.
Turner. Rebound to Pierce. Out to Pinnell. One-on-one Lee back, so Pinnell will slow it down.
Take it.
McAllister. Not there. Johnson all alone. No one covered him, and he misses the layup. Lee with a rebound.
He's so aware of Wayman that he left Johnson free underneath, but he had an overlay. There's a chance to move out there. 5 points up.
Make it 7.
This is what the crowd was upset about. Watch Wayman Tisdale pushing underneath here. But he gave it a little elbow, but they're all leaning on him.
That last foul was on Tisdale, his 3rd. Parks going for the 3-point play. This is the biggest lead of the game. 7 points for Memphis State.
Be a nice time to call a timeout visiting here, Oklahoma. Going down right now, 8 points. Here comes that last basket, which was a 3-point play. I don't know where the foul was.
I didn't see it either. He was just trying to hold him up so he didn't get hurt. He didn't even go after the man.
Memphis State is a super ball club, no weaknesses. They don't hit the offensive board too good.
We're going to see them 3 weeks from today against Louisville in that great rivalry for the Metro Conference lead. Parks deflected. McAllister, he's been the show. Oh, that's got to be a foul on number 33, Calvin Pierce, riding in for the rebound, his 2nd. And a timeout has been called, and the crowd loves the hometown Tigers. They lead
one Achilles heel that Memphis State has.
In the paint, Memphis State 10 more points, only 6 for Oklahoma. Well, they're jamming Tisdale, so Oklahoma having to take their shots from outside, but they're good 15 to 17 footers.
Just be a little bit more patient on outside shooting.
Memphis State enjoying its biggest lead, 49-41.
Finally see man-to-man by Oklahoma. That's the first time today that they went to man-to-man.
Turner appeared to have a layup, but the block from behind and no foul. Parks to play it in. Inside to Lee. Lee with 20. And a 10-point Memphis State lead.
They're trying to force it in. You can't force it in. Take the outside shot. Now you got him. See Keith Lee staying back there. There's 2 on him. If he would have got around Phillips that time, Keith Lee's waiting for him.
Only 8 points for Tisdale. As we said, he's never been under double figures, and his lowest scoring total in his 2 years at Oklahoma, 14. Nice play by Clark. It was a sensational leaper, and the ball last touched the Tiger. It's to Oklahoma.
Clark being only 6'2", playing in front of Parks that time. You expect to pass over him, but he's such a great leaper. Got his hand on the ball, then went off Parks.
Darrell Kennedy, you saw into the game, number 30, a freshman from Oklahoma City, averaging 6.5 a game. This is Kennedy, blocked by Lee, but Lee picked up the foul, his 4th.
See, if they want to kick the ball inside, Dick, they finally got to give it to the other baseline man. That's the first time they kicked it into Kennedy. They should have been doing that with Johnson. Then they can't double team Tisdale.
So Darrell Kennedy just into the game is at the line, and Bedford will come in for Keith Lee, who should get quite a hand and does.
Excellent move. Keith Lee has 4 fouls. Bedford can come in and lay a couple of fouls early, then bring back arrested All-American Keith Lee.
Kennedy, he was voted the Player of the Year, large schools in Oklahoma High School last year. Kennedy started basketball in the 6th grade when his mother bought him a goal and put it up outside. He makes both free throws. It's a 51-45 game.
His nickname is Chew. His father used to always say Choo-Choo. He's chewing on it.
Rebound to Clark.
Clark went upstairs that time. Big basket now. They were down 10, they're down 7, down 6.
And Pennell throws it away, trying to hit Kennedy.
Got a lot of time left, Dick. Over 10 minutes.
Ryder, stay with us live. 3rd round coverage. Andy Williams, San Diego Open. Beautiful 45 scores out of La Jolla, Bedford. Goaltending on Kennedy. The basket is good. Young and old, they love their Tigers here in Memphis.
Absolutely good call.
6 points.
Ball was on its way down.
Kennedy nails the jumper, and it's 53-47.
Tough jumper over Bedford. He's 7 feet.
Just under 10 minutes remaining. Stolen. Clark comes up with it. A lot of quick hands. Boy, there's some great athletes on the court. Talk about quickness. How about Turner? Lady picked up a foul on that move, however. His second.
Turner is quick on quick. He's as quick as a hiccup.
What did you say? He was so quick that he was behind you going into a revolving door and you came outside and he'd already beaten you? Stewart, Cooley, and Bean. Boy, well under par after 2 rounds. Kennedy, nice move inside, gets his own rebound. Blocked by Bedford.
Blocked, and he get up quickly, Dick.
Young Bedford with a block. That was a big block because Oklahoma would have been only 4 down if the ball had gone in. Now they got a chance to get that 8-point lead back. And it's Bedford to shoot for him. Misses everything, and Kennedy rebounds.
Boy, Kennedy, in a couple of minutes he's playing, has really shown things.
He's a leaper. McAllister doesn't waste any time. Gets his own rebound flying across the lane. He's not afraid to put it up.
He's never don't believe he's a freshman. But you know what? It seems like you feel Oklahoma on a come. They were down 10. They were on the rope. It looked like Memphis State wanted to give it a knockout punch. All of a sudden, they're back in the ball game with 8:50 left.
Bedford, not there. Rebound by Kennedy again. McAllister brings it down. He looks tired. Pennell to McAllister. Good pass. And a bucket for McAllister. And suddenly, it's 53-51. So Memphis State's 10-point lead has melted in just 3.5 minutes.
Wow, they got to go back to their man. They got to get Lee back in there.
Here he comes.
Is he coming in? Okay.
Yeah, Dana must have heard you.
Even with 4 fouls, they need a timeout. They got to get Lee back in there and set, because Oklahoma is number 10 in the nation. They are not a pushover school. I know they're football, but they're basketball. For the first time in their history, they're in the top 10, Dick.
But you got to put on cream and crimson the way you're shouting about Oklahoma. We'll be right back for you while you're away on commercial. These are the young ladies at Memphis State. They really are terrific. Now, you're going to do a show with them, aren't you? A halftime show?
It's more with the pom-poms and for the Louisville-Memphis State game 5 for about 3 weeks away. Should be a great game. It's down here. And that game could decide the winner of the Metro Conference.
There's Oklahoma's top dog. Well, we're going to see basketball's top dog tomorrow over in Chapel Hill, North Carolina. The Tar Heels. Dean Smith's unbeaten team. Michael Jordan, who led our Pan Am gold medal team in scoring last summer, and Wayman Tisdale was number 2 on that club. Keith Lee in, blocked by Tisdale, and controlled by Kennedy. He is a leaper, that Kennedy.
In the game. Hey, I don't want to forget, there's only one Dean Smith. There's only one.
Sean Clark. Lee tips it out to Haynes.
Do your thing, Haynes. Do your thing.
Can't hit the glass from that angle. Foul on Tisdale. That'll be his 4th. So the 2 All-Americans, Lee and Tisdale, each settled with 4. Wayman will stay in.
All right, he misses the shot here. Wayman's on the outside. He gave him a little push before he jumped. It was kind of a tickle push, but usually the All-American gets away with that type of thing.
Tisdale will go out with 7:59 left, and Johnson, the freshman, comes in.
He won't be out for long. Don't forget, this guy has 4 fouls on him, too.
Keith Lee missed an easy one for him. Oh, that's the same play, and they didn't call the foul. That's it, traveling. Yeah, that's good, though. I hate to see that 5th foul on the great player anyway. There may be some merit to not fouling a player out, but have another kind of penalty.
If I was coaching right now, I'd take Lee out because this game's out. With a 8-point lead.
A 2-point lead?
No, excuse me, 2-point lead.
You would take Lee out just because you don't want him to foul out?
Not to foul out at this particular time in the game.
Oklahoma looking for a tying hoop. They give it to the freshman Kennedy. He's been tough over Lee, and the game is tied.
Boy, Kennedy put them right back into the ball game.
He has indeed.
He's a straight-up type of player. Quick inside jumper.
Looks like Ronaldo Nehemiah, the great hurdler when he was at Maryland, now with the San Francisco 49ers. There's Kennedy again. They call a foul on him, but he's playing good defense.
A little bit too much hands that time.
His first foul. There he is. If he could turn toward us, he has a facial likeness of Skeets Nehemiah, doesn't he?
What I meant by a straight-up player, he doesn't bend much. He's from the hip.
Straight upper body.
We used to call them 6 o'clock players. Well, the way a player should play is at 3 o'clock. They should bend over. Man to man.
Game is tied at 53. Turner blocked by Pennell, but a foul on Pennell. His 2nd. So Turner will be at the line to shoot a pair. Memphis State hasn't scored in over 3 minutes. They led at 51-41 with 11.5 remaining. They've scored only 2, while Oklahoma has tallied 12 in the last 4 minutes.
Well, he's their traffic cop. He's the guy that pushes the ball up the court. Needed that one. Ourselves a tied ball game.
Turner gives Memphis State the lead at 54-53. Exactly 7 minutes left in the game.
2-2-1 zone press. Nice
Another
fake.
turnover. Pennell, the senior, has been guilty of several bad passes in this game.
You must pass the ball into the middle against zone presses full court. After made foul shots, they always go into full court zone press. 2-2-1.
Wayman Tisdale Kennedy and a foul. No foul.
Oh, nice play by Kennedy. The second man through.
Well, he plays bigger than 6'5", doesn't he? Keith Lee hits a 9 bounce, and Lee leading all scorers with 22. Memphis State back on top by 3.
Can't leave Wayman Tisdale out too long here. If they don't score this time, they're going to have to bring him back. I wonder if he's going to delay the game a little bit, keep the clock up a little bit.
Kennedy, he's marked the Sooners off the bench. Fennell, fly swatted out of bounds. A great defensive play. It appeared to be Parks.
That was a giant fly swatter.
Billy Tubbs, who coached Lamar very successfully for 4 years, had them in the tournament a couple of times before he went to Oklahoma. Boy, downtown, Sean Clark, not afraid to gun that one.
Wow. Coach could have touched it.
56-55, under 6 minutes left.
I don't think we'll get under 5 without Wayman Tisdale coming back. I'd be surprised.
That's Lee. Rebound, Phillips. And a foul on Fennell reaching in.
Oklahoma cannot match the height underneath. You got Phillips in there. You got Keith Lee in there, both around 6'8", 6'9", 6'10".
There's a great shot at the other end of the court of the Oklahoma bench. Not one man sitting down. They're all standing very much into the game. This is an interesting young team. You can just see in their practice yesterday, they really like each other. They're a happy team. A lot of teams don't seem quite so happy about their play.
Well, Wayman Tisdale, I think, sets the norm. He's a wholesome, happy person. He comes to play. He's unselfish. And that spreads around the whole club.
Derek Phillips hits 1 of 2, and it's a 57-55 game with 5:37 left.
Get someone in the middle. There you are.
Good ball movement. McAllister leading score, but that one's not there. Derek Phillips rebounds for Memphis State. 5:20 left. Tisdale still on the bench. Oh, my.
Kind of a strong alley-oop. Give it the clock. Let it fly, clock. There you go, baby. Oh, good drop.
Rebound and well done by Doom Haynes.
Give it in the turn and let Turner have that ball, Haynes.
Derek Phillips, that's not his shot.
No, don't shoot that.
Kennedy rebounds and a reaching in foul on Haynes. He knew it.
Derek, that's not your shot. You know that. Okay, they're kids. They make mistakes. Here comes the All-American back in. I said before 5 minutes, I missed by 3 seconds.
Yeah, nobody's perfect.
Here he comes. Now it's what we call showtime, prime time. If you're good, now's the time to show. To separate the last 5 minutes, the men from the boys.
Tisdale with only 8 points. That is a major story for him to have only 8. Kennedy trying to tie the game, but here's where the weakness of Oklahoma might hurt. They are not good at the line, and they've proven that again today.
As a team, they only shoot 63.1% from the foul line. And don't forget, a lot of those shots in the first ends of 1-and-1.
I don't think they're any better today, Al. Bobby Parks inside, blocked by Kennedy, and a foul on Kennedy.
Yep, Kennedy hit him.
His second.
You don't have real seniors to go to outside of Fennell on Oklahoma at the present time. But in this type of a game, you get it to your seniors. You get it to you get it to Parks here. You get it to Doom Haynes.
Bobby Parks. This is his 104th consecutive start at Memphis State. He was born in New York, raised by his grandmother in Tennessee, nearby the city. Overlooked in high school. Here comes Bedford, the 7-foot freshman, and then Lee goes out. 4:39 left. Free throw shooting, Oklahoma only 55% today. Memphis State over 70%.
I think the move by Coach Kirk that time was to try to create a foul between Bradford and Wayman. Push and shove, see if you can get a foul down low. Back into a 2-3 zone.
Tisdale well covered. McAllister forcing, can't hit. Foul is on Kennedy. His third. from the free throw line. Meanwhile, at the line for Memphis State, a perfect free throw shooter today, Bobby Parks. He's 5 for 5.
He doesn't get much recognition for it, but he's the leading defensive ball player on the Tigers. He always takes the toughest man in the other team.
10 points for him. His average on the year is 10.
You know, in high school, he played center.
Finally misses, and Pennell can't get it. Foul is on Haynes of Memphis State. A 6-point lead for the Tigers. Haynes has his 4th foul. So it's 1-1 at the other end.
Getting down to a foul shooting contest. Remember, if there's a tie-up, the arrow is pointing in Oklahoma. So any tie-up, the ball goes to Oklahoma. The Sooners.
How'd they get that nickname, do you know?
I think it's a covered wagon that they went across the country years ago.
They call the covered wagon a Sooner?
I think so. I'm not sure. Sooner or later, they got across.
60 to 55. Turner to Parks. Let's see if Memphis State goes into any kind of delay game here with 4 minutes left.
Now they want to get the ball into Bradford because it's being covered by Tisdale, who has 4 fouls. Kick the ball into the big freshman. Let's see what Wayman does with it. Got a 5-point spread. You're on an odd number. Oklahoma needs the ball 3 times to win. A little bit too soon for this. A little bit.
34 left.
The odds are they'll turn the ball over going in this early. Trying to keep the ball in the better foul shooter's hands. Wayman cannot foul him. I foul that freshman right there, sophomore right there, Turner.
And Turner's a 72% free throw shooter.
Yeah, but you got to foul thing eventually. I don't think you can sit back and sit back. I don't want to foul Parks. He's had a hot hand so far on the line. Turner, I know he only made one of his last 2 from the line.
They got Derek Phillips. He's their poorest free throw shooter.
They won't give him the ball, Dick. If they give him the ball, they'll all tackle him.
Of course, Bedford would be the other choice, but Tisdale's guarding him. You don't want to get the 5th foul on him. So less than 3 minutes remaining. Memphis State leading 60 to 55. Now the Tigers definitely cooling the ball now.
All right, play 1 man. Now double team when they cross. Stay tight. No double team yet. Very well coached Memphis State on the delay game here. If they cross right there, double team. Clark should have came up and double teamed on Doom. No, you don't want to foul that guy. Don't foul seniors.
Sean Clark picks up the foul, his 2nd. That'll send Bobby Parks to the line, and Parks is their best free throw shooter, over 76%. Here comes Keith Lee back in.
Which hurts Oklahoma. Now he's a better foul shooter than Phillips. The trick was to try to get that ball into Phillips' hands and then foul him.
The big story in this game. All-American Wayman Tisdale, averaging 30 points a game, has scored only 8 points.
Well, to defend them a little bit, Dick, they put a 5-man pocket zone around them, and they were like blue or green flies. They were so close to him.
If his teammates had shot well from outside, they could have loosened up that defense, but they really haven't shot well.
Well, the game's not over yet. There's plenty of time in it. Here he goes up.
Tisdale, and he misses and was fouled.
All right, now he's 0 for 6, am I right?
Right. That also is hurt in that had he made those 6, Oklahoma would be ahead by 1.
Well, we got to get in a nice shape here. It's 209. If he can bottom both of these out, he has to make one of them because it puts it on an even number. All right. Now you got a 4-point spread. Got to remember, the arrows point towards Oklahoma. The 2 Super Bowl Americans have 4 fouls on them.
And there's a timeout at 2:09. So Tisdale continues his string of always being on double figures. He now has 10 points today. Not 9, but 10 points, 14 rebounds. But Lee has had a much more impressive day. 2 minutes to go. Memphis State by 3.
Here we go. Wayman in low.
Callister improved his position, and it's a 1-point game, 60 to 59.
Here's the pressure up court again. They're going to try to pin Turner. Keep the pressure up. thought Haynes would play it off the glass then.
Lee back to Parks. Bobby Parks left alone. 62 to 59. Well, those three outstanding scores, Lee, Parks, and Haynes, all in double figures again. McAllister.
He can have all he wants to eat from outside. They will not leave. They will not leave Wayman Tisdale alone. They're around them all the time down low. Pressure up court, minute and 18 seconds left. 1-point spread, 3.
Bedford.
A lot of time left. I'd call maybe a timeout if I was Oklahoma. Step up defensively, not offensively. Little simple outside shot. Here it comes.
John Clark, not there. 3-point lead, 64-61. We're in the final minute.
You got to foul, Punnell. Foul him. That's it. You got to foul him. Good. Didn't let much of the clock go off. Now you hope he misses one of the 1-and-1.
Why are you hoping he misses?
Well, because it gets on the even number. When he makes one, the second one, you need it twice. Now watch this dunk. Here goes Keith Lee. Beautiful pass.
Well, that was the Bedford, right?
Is that Bedford? Excuse me, the freshman.
But some people might misunderstand your statement. You want him to miss one. It sounds like you're rooting for Oklahoma.
Oh no, no. Look, what I root for when I'm doing the game is really the underdog all the time to show how it can end up even. I don't care who wins a basketball game. See, it's a 3-point spread. You got 48 seconds left. Now, all you want, if he makes the first shot, it doesn't make that much difference to Oklahoma, as long as he misses the second. Because with a 4-point spread, they need the ball twice. With a 5-point spread, they need the ball 3 times, which is dynamite. All right. Now, if they make it again this time, then Memphis State will go back to a tight zone.
Andre Turner. 66-61, the pressure on Oklahoma.
They got to score right away. Don't let the clock move. Put it up.
Still trying to get it to Tisdale. They'll leave him alone.
Right. Now timeout quickly, real quickly. Dean Smith, North Carolina, might be the greatest coach in the country at milking the clock. Now they milked the clock then. They only lost about 4 seconds. There's 36 seconds left with a 3-point spread.
It is 66-63 with a timeout. Memphis State and Oklahoma and the shootout here in Memphis. 36 seconds left. Our most valuable players today, Keith Lee of Memphis State and freshman Tim McAllister of Oklahoma. They'll receive plaques in recognition of being selected our MVPs. Chevrolet will donate $1,000 to the general scholarship funds of each school in honor of their participation today. Money will go toward assisting students at those institutions, furthering their chosen academic fields of interest.
Tie up goes to Oklahoma. Both teams are in the 1-and-1. 36 seconds left, 3-point spread.
Full court pressure by Oklahoma, looking for that turnover. Turner. Great ball handler.
He's trapped there. Nice pass. Now they're free underneath for the dunk again.
Parks. And he's fouled by Tisdale. That'll all be all for Tisdale. He'll leave the game with his lowest point total in his great 2-year career. 12 points for Tisdale and 14 rebounds.
I would not have tried to take that dunk. I think playing against the clock is more important than trying to score. What happens now is the same thing we went through before, Dick. We got a 3-point lead. If he misses one of these 1-and-1s, Oklahoma has the chance of tying the game and going into OT. If he makes both, that's about all she wrote. Curtains.
And it'll be tough for Billy Tubbs' team without Tisdale, even though he didn't score today. Those 14 rebounds, important, and what he did, as you pointed out so well, to his teammate, for his other teammates. I mean, McAllister has 24 points, but he could almost shoot at will. There was no one even on him.
Dick, in collegiate basketball, you can stop anybody. Anybody. I don't care who it is. And so they stopped him, but the outside shooting was not that good. The outside shooting was up to par. They probably have a 6 or 8 point lead right now.
Parks made 6 in a row, but has missed his last 2. It's a 4-point lead, 67-63. And again, this is the big free throw.
Yep, this is the one. Oh, we got a crier.
68-63. Timeout, Oklahoma. Noisy sellout at the Mid-South Coliseum. Listen to them spell out Tigers. gray Tigers. That one's a little confusing.
Well,
but they are unique. Most of the other Tiger nickname teams use orange and black, obviously. Tomorrow, you got your tickets ready, don't you?
Yeah,
we're on our way over to Chapel Hill.
Yeah, team of the country with maybe ounce for ounce, pound for pound, the best ball player in Michael Primetime Jordan. And I'm not forgetting Sam Perkins, because he's going to be very high in the NBA draft.
Michael Jordan and Sam Perkins and that great Carolina unbeaten team against LSU. The Tigers lost a tough one.
No disgrace.
No, and a fine team, and they'll be up for the #1 club. North Carolina beat Georgia Tech earlier today, 73-61. So it's DePaul and North Carolina, the only unbeaten teams in the nation of the major colleges. Right after our game, stay tuned. Throughout the nation, it'll be the there it is, 56.5. Up jumped the devil. Yeah, it'll bite you every time.
Every time. Foul shooting, the charity shot. No one moves the distance of the from the basket, which is 15 feet. The basket's always 10 feet high. There's no reason for shooting 56%. It's a breakdown in concentration.
Time running out on Oklahoma. They have to shoot and shoot in a hurry. McAllister. Kennedy.
Timeout, timeout. 11 seconds. 3-point spread. Almost got a 3-point play there, Dick.
He did. 11 seconds to go, 68-65. And there's a young man, Daryl Kennedy, who really sparked Oklahoma when they were down by 10, came off the bench. And he is a young player that we should be hearing a lot about in the next 4 years. He has 8 points. Oklahoma City native. Executive producer of NBC Sports, Michael Weissman. Coordinating producer of NBC Basketball, George Finkel. Telecast of today's game produced by Kenneth Edmondson, directed by John Gonzalez. Hey, let's keep that John Gonzalez. You know, he's from Memphis, Tennessee. They've been featuring John. He's been on a rendezvous all weekend here in his city of Memphis.
Well, John broke his habit and picked up a check last night.
Yeah, well, he loved those ribs. Those are great ribs, weren't they? Technical director Steve Semino, associate director Doug Graber. Saw one of the great football products from this city, Harry Shue, played with the Oakland Raiders, the Rams. Of course, Tim McCarver was a youth here, and Veda Pinson. For Johnson. Andy is a senior, Oklahoma, from South Bend, Indiana. 6'4", and he's a long-range shooter.
If they allow more than 4 seconds off the clock, the game is over.
This reminds me of a great victory by Marquette at Memphis State. You were in an impossible position with Memphis State with the ball and a 3-point lead late, and you wound up not only winning the game, but giving these good fans of Memphis an Irish salute afterwards.
Now, I was really pointing towards the clock. That was 1971, George Sugar Frazier. We beat them 74-73.
You pointed your finger right at the clock, eh?
Right at the clock.
We got a picture of that someplace.
Turnaround is fair play. There's pressure up court. If 4 seconds to go off the clock, it's over. 1001, 1002, 1003. Whoop. I didn't get it. I got 3 seconds. All right, there's still an outside chance. He has to miss the first of the 1-and-1.
Fifth foul on Sean Clark. He's the second Sooner to foul out. He'll make that 4 now. 4. He goes to the bench. I thought he was saying that was it.
You understand what's happening. They couldn't let the clock go down. Sometimes the ref will call an intentional foul in that situation, which would be a 2-shot foul. They didn't this time. It's 1-and-1. So if he misses this first one, there's a Hail Mary chance, but very slight. And it's over. The old line, pick up the hymn books. Mass is over.
Turner looking for his 9th point.